manage to put up fantastic events each year. Thank you. That's right. Make sure you're using that free Prime subscription if you can. Come in and chat with us. Get those emotes. We want to use them. And we've got $125 from Oku, who says, Castlevania HD is my favorite game, and I love to grind it and beat my personal times. Glad to see it shown love by Awesome Games Done Quick. Thank you so much for that donation. And I do have word that we are ready for Castlevania Harmony of Despair. Take it away, KeynNaka.
Hello. So I'm KeynNaka. So today I'm running the Castlevania Harmony of Despair. So during the speedrun, I can speak well English. So instead of me, the JupiterClimb commentary do the commentary. So please welcome.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is JupiterClimb, and I'll be doing the commentary for this Harmony of Despair run today. Kayn is a multiple record holder in this game, so it's going to be a great run. Kayn, I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown for the run here whenever you're ready.
Yep. So now I'm ready for that.
Okay. The run will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
So this is Castlevania Harmony of Despair. I think it's fair to say this is the forgotten Castlevania game. It came out in 2010, and it's got a multiplayer focus to it. But it's a great single-player experience as well, and as you'll see, it makes for a great speedrun. The gimmick of this category is that if you factor in the DLC, we've got 11 characters and 11 stages to play. So Kayn is going to be going through each stage with a new character. And we're starting out here with Simon. As you can tell, the stages are quite large, and that's to accommodate the multiplayer focus. But Kayn's going to be doing a lot of skips, especially with dive kicks. You just saw him dive kick off of a merman. That skips a good 40% of the stage right there. Now, one of the things I love about this game, it's kind of a celebration of everything Castlevania. This stage, for example, is based on Dawn of Sorrow.
Nice attack.
Now you'll notice that laser beam coming up from off screen. That's the first boss, Gurga. Now I should mention up front, the Kayn has got every character here absolutely maxed out. I'm talking best possible gear and fully powered sub-weapons, so a lot of these bosses aren't going to stand a chance. I love Gurgoth, but already down on phase 1. Moving on to phase 2 here. Throwing a lot of retro crosses and retro holy water, and that's it. Clean finish. What do we have here? Steel Greaves. One of the cool things about this game is that every time you defeat a boss, you get a gold chest. And the items are different every time you win. Some are common, some are rare. I'll point it out if we find anything cool. That item's kind of forgettable. Not that it matters, Kayn's got a totally complete file here. All right, Chapter 2, another Dawn of Sorrow stage. This time we'll be playing as Richter. One of my favorite parts of Harmony is the fact that it's got such excellent character variety. Every character plays differently. They've all got unique movement and combat tech. So you'll see with Richter, Kayn is sliding on the ground. He's also got a few martial arts we'll see later that can help with some tricks. But yeah, coming up we got another dive kick sequence break. Normally you gotta go all the way around the stage. Takes a good 5 to 6 minutes. But instead, Kayn's gonna dive kick off of a skeleton bone. Very nice shortcut. You can see more of these slides into the kick. Get over some gaps here.
Oh,
Nice, second try. Yeah, so right up here, Kayn is gonna jump onto a platform and wait for a skeleton to throw a bone. And then we'll combine a kick with a tackle to get through. Very nice. Now, I love this boss coming up. This is Puppet Master. Normally, there's a great gimmick here in multiplayer where he will travel around the screen, and you gotta chase him down. This particular Richter, though, is a bit too powerful for that, so instead, Kayn is gonna camp out, throw some retro knives. It's gonna be over before you know it. And that's it. Let's see if there's something good from this gold chest here.
please. No, no rare.
Not great. That one can boost int, but yeah, it's a pretty forgettable pickup. All right, so far the skips have been relatively consistent. This is going to be our first real example of RNG in the run. For Maria here, who's going to be the character for stage 3, we got to rely on good imp behavior for a couple of dive kicks. So Kayn is going to travel on up. If you've played Rondo or Symphony of the Night, you'll know that Maria uses a lot of animal companions for offense. We're going to see that a lot on Menace. So here's the imp. Kayn has lured him down. But we got to hope that it cooperates. Nice. Gonna break these jello cubes and then activate the Menace AI with a dragon off screen. And now here, it's not necessarily required, but if Kayn can dive kick all the way to the top of this section, he can get some hits in early. Hey, very nice first try.
Nice.
All right, so you're gonna see Maria is throwing some cats at Menace. This sub-weapon's got the perfect hitbox for this particular boss. It can hit multiple cores at once very easily. And I think he's almost dead already.
Okay.
GG.
Nice. That's fast. That's so fast.
That is a very classic Maria kill. You slay a demon with a cat.
Oh, rare.
There we go. We got a little something finally.
Yeah, Chaos Ring is a rare drop. That's nice.
I'll be honest, I have never gotten one of those myself. I'm a little jealous. Now, Chapter 4 has my favorite character in the game, Julius Belmont, who we're actually going to see again later in the Castlevania block, thanks to all of your donations. Here, though, this is a very technical character. I want to mention in some detail the movement tech that Kayn's going to be doing. This is called Omni Ivanitas. You can see he's just teleporting all around. This is much tougher than it looks. The input for this is forward, back, half circle forward, whip, backdash, press down. And you have to do that every time you teleport. Maybe the most technical form of movement in the game. Castlevania sometimes does these fighting game style inputs. Pretty cool. Nice use of the whip there. And nice corner boost. Every time you dive kick, it's a little bit close. There are a couple of pixels to work with. But you can get a boost off of a corner for some extra speed. Now, Julius, unlike some of the other characters in the game, is not actually maxed out. Kayn has intentionally nerfed his offense so that when he hit that flame demon, it didn't die instantly. That allows for part 1 of a skip, and here's part 2 coming up. Nice. Okay, and just like that, we are on to Bronner. This is one of my favorite bosses in Portrait of Ruin, but once again, that retro knife gonna make quick work. That's it.
Holy water.
Now, Chapter 5 is going to have a character feature that a lot of people in chat probably won't be familiar with. This is Getsu Fuma from the neglected classic on the Famicom, Getsu Fumaren. This game came out in 1987, but it was only released in Japan, and sadly the series did not stick around. Still a great game to play today, I think. And this character's got a lot of fun, unique tools. It's kind of interesting. Harmony of Despair was really the first exposure the West had to Getsu Fumaren. I think it's a really nice tribute to include. So I think the real selling point of Getsu Fuma is the very strong multi-hits. Even the standard attack is a multi-hit, but some of these shurikens and the hexplosives also deal a lot of damage with multiple hitboxes. Coming up, we've got what is maybe the toughest dive kick skip in the run. Kane's gonna try and work with a harpy and several imps to get all the way up to the top of this room. This can take a while, it's really tough to execute.
Please income.
Harpy's just not cooperating.
No cooperating.
Hey, but look, that's a great backup. That's an excellent backup. All right, just hit that button to open up the door to death. And you can really see those multi-hits at work here. And that's it, very good. Now this whole stage is based on Order of Ecclesia. That was the third game released on the Nintendo DS. And in the next stage, we're gonna actually see the protagonist of that game, Shinoa.
So
Hey, Dragon Helm's not bad.
I'm going to cut in real quick here just to remind us. Right at the beginning, we forgot to set our language choice to the winner of the donation incentive, which was Japanese. So if we can change the language over to Japanese, that would be awesome. And I did just see on stream that we have now raised $350,000 for Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate your generosity.
Wow, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Now, Shinoa here is Kane's favorite character in the game. She's got a lot of tools at her disposal, like this Magnus ability, where you can kind of magnetize onto these points. Kane's going to take a pretty standard route through the stage here, though. So now is a great time for donations.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of Castlevania love coming in, including $25 here from Gwen, watching her first GDQ. They say, what a wonderful day to have a donation. Thank you so much for that, appreciate it. We also have $25 from Kona Recon, who says, this donation is in honor of my mom, who watches Castlevania Block with me each year, this year included. Hi, Mom! Well, hi, Kona Recon's mom. Thank you so much, and hello. We've also got $25 from Gray and Argentus that says the Castlevania block is always one of our favorites to watch. Good luck to the runners. Thank you so much for that donation.
And maybe time for one more if we have it.
Yeah, you've got it. We've got $15 from Capo, who says, never know if I get shouted out, so here's some towards the CV block. Keep it up, folks. Well, we will keep it up. This run has grown great so far. Thank you so much for all of that generosity.
Okay, that was a really sick corner boost there from Kane. Now, I heard in one of those donation comments a Soten meme. If you like Symphony of the Night, stay tuned for the next stage. I think you'll like that one. So coming up, we've got a boss that is pretty notorious among CVHD players. This is Astarte. Unlike every other boss in the game, she's only got 2 weaknesses and resists basically everything else. If you don't have something that's strong and either strike or holy, this fight can take so long. One time I had a fight here that was like 15 minutes, but Shinoa is a perfect choice for this because Lapiste, this big stone fist, is like the best possible weapon for Astarte. And you'll notice that Kane is really good at these backdash cancels. What you do is you attack, backdash, and press down in very quick succession. If you get proficient at that like Kane is, you can really chain attacks quickly. And that's it, very nice. Astarte's got some good stuff, but nah. Not a good gold chest.
Yeah, not rares.
So here we've
I
got
think today's my luck is not good.
this game is very unpredictable when it comes to drops for sure. Here we've got another interesting example of Kayn intentionally nerfing his character's gear to speed up the stage with a trick. So Charlotte from Portrait of Ruin has equipped a feather gear, which is a pretty okay piece of armor. It's not the best, but what it does is it increases knockback whenever she takes damage. And she can do a skip coming up that only a few characters can. What she'll do is use Dark Inferno here to lure a sea demon. And Kayn's gonna get right in this corner, and we're just hoping for good kick RNG right here. It's all luck. Please pray. Oh, first try, very nice. Excellent. Yeah, that just opens up the switch and then skips through a big chunk of the stage. Now we can make our way towards a second button over here. I think a lot of people consider Charlotte to be a fairly underpowered character in this game, but she's got some really good tools. That skeleton you see is going to be an absolute boss killer. However, another good time for donations right here, because Kayn's just going to be making his way towards the Grand Falloon boss.
Yeah, that sounds great. We have got $25 from Chris, who says, how do the Belmonts want their cream? Whipped. Bwahaha. Okay, yes, great. That's a very good pun. But you know what's funnier is I also have $25 here from Ryan, who says, what is Simon Belmont's favorite dessert topping? Whipped cream. Great job with the puns, but I got two of the same ones. Can we get a non-whipped cream-based Castlevania pun? That is my challenge to you, chat. Let's see if you can do it.
So yeah, this is one of two stages in Harmony that's based on Symphony of the Night. It probably goes without saying, the sprite work from Soten really is timeless. I think the stage looks incredible. And the boss is also from Symphony. Grand Falloon, aka Legion. And what Kayn's gonna do here is really rely on these multi-hits from the skeleton. It's got a shell around the core, and the core is the real boss. And basically every time he uses skeleton, it's gonna do upwards of 10 hits. You'll see what I mean coming up here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Unbelievable amounts of damage. Using a mana prism so we can see him a little bit more. Nice clutch finish from Kayn.
That's awful.
Hey, look, 19 HP, that's 18 more HP than we really needed. Next, we've got the second Soten stage. I think Yoko is a very underrated character in Harmony of Despair. If you just want to pick up this game for the first time and play on a fresh file, I think Yoko is one of the best choices to just win the game. A very no-nonsense, get-the-job-done kind of character. But there are some drawbacks. Number one, her toolkit's a little bit limited. She's only got 3 spells, a fire spell, an ice spell, and a thunder spell. But that's really all she needs. Besides that, like with Charlotte, she cannot dive kick. So Kayn has got the Sonic Boots equipped, which increase movement speed by 60%, which is really nice. But she's still relegated to just walking forward. Now, this part of the game is not actually in Symphony of the Night. This secret route around the top of the castle, very cool platforming. But once again, maybe another good time if we have any more donations that have come in.
Yeah, we do. And we got the puns. I'm going to get to the puns here in a second, but I do want to mention we've got $100 here from Code is Pain that says, let's see that Outer Wilds shipless showcase. It's my favorite game, and I can't wait to see it get broken. they are referring to, we do have a couple incentives that still need to get met coming very quickly. We have the Fashion Police Squad challenge that still needs about $2,500. And then we've got this Outer Wild shipless showcase that needs just over 10K. So if you're getting your puns in, if you're getting your donations in, make sure you're picking those incentives so we can get as much GDQ as possible.
And now the boss coming up here is Beelzebub. Pretty easy fight in Soden. In this game, if you try to tackle it with the wrong character, it can be a pretty long-winded fight. But Yoko really does a nice job here. It's going to be a lot of Holy Lightning spam. This boss has got a lot of hitboxes, but you don't have to worry about those flies. All you got to focus on are the head and the hearts. Those are the parts that actually contribute towards the total HP. Very, very efficient kill. Nice job. Now, all the stages so far have been great, but I gotta hype this one up. Chapter 10 is my absolute favorite in the game. This one has to be seen to be believed. It's a full recreation of Castlevania 1. Check this out. Look at that. This is gonna be great. It's stage 1 all the way up to stage 6. I'm so excited. We're gonna see Medusa. We're gonna see Retro Death. The mummies are gonna make an appearance. It's basically like a trip down memory lane through Castlevania 1. Don't worry about what Kane's doing here. I'm really excited to show off Castlevania 1.
Oh, no.
What's your favorite stage in Castlevania 1? We're gonna see it here for sure. There's no way we don't. Well, okay. You know, it's almost too bad in a way. Nice job by Kane on that skip. This stage is so cool, and I would recommend checking it out on YouTube. But this is a speed run, and as you can see, we can skip the whole thing. The way that works is that Kane overloads the screen with sprites and then does a Puppet Master dive kick. And that really mixes up the game about Soma's positioning. So he gets pushed into the wall and you zip all the way up to the retro count. Now Kane here is using a combination of Ukabat, which is great for multi-hits because the boss is mostly stationary, and the Muramasa, which is one of the strongest weapons in the whole game. Great for blending things.
Nope.
Nice. Once again, clutch kill. Dracula not going down easy. Very nice. Here we're going to be playing as Alucard, but the stage itself is the return of Getsu Fumaren. Much like with Chapter 10, this is kind of a retro throwback. And I've got two very important comments to make. Number one, this song is a super ultra banger. It's just one of my all-time favorite remixes. And number two, Alucard is a busted character in this game. Kane is rocking not one, but two Valman ways. And while there aren't any skips that Alucard can do, his DPS is so high, it's still going to be a very quick stage. Now the concept here, the gimmick, is that there are three mid-bosses guarding the main boss. Kane will have to defeat them all first, and depending on the order you defeat them in, the other ones remaining will get a power-up. So depending on the order you get, the difficulty can change. Really cool mechanic. But for this first part here, it's going to just be Alucard tearing through enemies with the Valman Way. So once again, if we have them, more donations would be great.
Oh, we do. And I asked for puns and I got them. And, you know, that might have been a mistake. So here we go. We have $5 from Metatron that says, did you know the Belmonts like to eat their whipped cream with Castle Vanilla ice cream? It's true. Thank you very much for that one. We've got $25 from Ryan that says, back again with another one. How does Simon Belmont weed his garden? He uses a whipper snipper. Okay. No, it's a pun. It's for sure a pun. How about $25 from Vincent McHale, who says, what is the Belmont's favorite song? Dragula. Bet you thought I was going to say Whip It, huh? I did. I was predicting more whip puns, and we're moving away from that. I love it. Including this $15 donation from HMS Dracula, the vampire boat. It says, yacht is a man, a miserable little pile of sea crafts. That one I think is my favorite. I really like that one a lot. Thank you so much for those puns and those donations. Really appreciate y'all.
So during that donation block, Kane totally dismantled the first mid-boss. Here's the second one. This one's called Chimeriad. And it's got some really cool patterns to it, but we're not going to see them. Alucard is completely busted. One more left. Something I'll mention here is that Alucard does have some cool stuff at his disposal. The Valman Way is definitely the centerpiece of the combat for Kane. But Alucard's got some spells as well. We're going to see a little bit on the boss. You can Tetra Spirit and Soul Steal like you can in Symphony of the Night. And it's good for getting some marginal damage added to fights. Like there, for example, is a Tetra Spirit. Very nice. Now, I'll quickly talk about the food mechanic in this game while we're walking, because I think it's pretty cool. You'll notice Kane just picked up a pizza. Food in this game does give you temporary stat buffs. But when I say temporary, I mean it lasts several minutes typically, which is really nice actually. It means you can route in different food stats and incorporate them into your boss strategies. There, Kane using some mist to grab onto the platform. And for those who have not played Getsu Fumiden, the boss here is the final boss of that game, Ryu Kotsuki. It's got 3 phases. The first 2 don't matter. So really, it's got 1 phase. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
That's phase 1. That's phase 2. Honestly, lasted longer than I expected. And here we go. Phase 3 is the interesting one. You can only damage the boss when it's punching you. That's perfect RNG to start. So you gotta wait for the attack to actually happen. Is this gonna be a 3 cycle?
Nice.
Oh, he's so close. He's so close. Yeah, in a speedrun, this boss is a lot of RNG. You gotta get very lucky here. Insane fight from Kane. Crazy good.
Good RNG.
Nice Demon's Mail. Okay, so we're on now to the final stage. This run is making some great pace here. Like I mentioned before, we're saving this for the end because the credits roll after the stage is completed. Before the DLC, Chapter 6 was the final stage in the run. So now we're going to be picking Jonathan. And because this is the final non-DLC stage, they try and make it climactic. It's very long, it's a very elaborate, winding stage. But as you might have guessed by now, there's going to be a skip in play here. Jonathan's cool, he's got some unique martial arts, we're going to see. Good for movement and good for combat. That's called a Sonic Strike. You can dash forward, get a guaranteed corner boost, but here's the trick itself. This is 100% inconsistent because it does require a good sub-pixel alignment. So even though Kane's in the perfect position, you gotta get lucky here. Once again, sub-pixels coming into play to mess with speedrunners.
Not fixed. Not much though. Point.
It's only a matter of time.
Oh, I failed it.
Even if Kane gets this like 40th or 50th try, it's still gonna be a net time save. Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Yo, the double zip too, very nice. Sometimes you'll get stopped midway through and have to go for a backup. That was very clean. Finally, the sub-pixels cooperated. All right, so this is Dracula. This is my personal favorite Dracula in Castlevania. You're not gonna see him for too long here, but he's got 3 phases. Phase 1, very classic. Teleports around. That uppercut Jonathan is using is unique to him. It does some pretty good damage, actually, and it's nice for phase 1 and maybe phase 3. Phase 2 is kind of a blink and you'll miss it fight. There it is. And here we've got the only other appearance of Symphony of the Night, Dracula, sitting on his demonic throne. Has a lot of different spells, a lot more hitboxes to worry about. But it's over. And time is going to be coming up on the run when Keyn grabs the final gold chest. I really hope we get a good reward. To wrap things up, let's see.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And time. Just a super potion. Well, the gold chests weren't there, but Keyn, incredible run. Thank you so much for allowing me to join you on commentary today. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks for JupiterClimb for commentary. I appreciate it.
Yeah, should we go ahead and jump into the incentive that was meant for the glitch showcase?
Showcase? So...
Let's get some hype in chat for KeynNaka for that awesome run. We are getting set up for the Zip Glitch Showcase that you all donated for. And while we're getting set up on that, let's get a couple of these puns that came in. We've got $25 from King TDN, who says, why is Dracula going to the doctors? Because he's always coughing. Yeah, that's a great one. You and Killer Chair here with $5 had very similar ideas. What happened when Dracula choked on his glass of blood? He was coughing. Yes, he was. He really was. And then this one got me really good when I saw it come in. This is $25 from Rubber Ducky, who says, how does Alucard keep in touch with his dad? He calls him with his Symphone of the Night. Thank you so much for those puns. Keep them coming. I love to read them. We are ready with this glitch exhibition, so let's see some stuff go wild. Take it away.
All right, Keyn, you ready to go?
Okay. So I will choose Richters.
Yeah, we just saw chapter 6, and with Jonathan, we skip most of it. This time, we're gonna skip all of it. This is probably the most broken zip in the whole game. Let's see how it goes. Now, Keyn is going to go for a platform boost, very precise. But if performed correctly, it's going to allow for a full stage skip. Right here at the start. You can see that platform kind of extends beneath the pillar. That's useful here.
Oh no.
Close, close.
Oh. Ow.
Like I mentioned, a very precise trick here.
Yeah, now my thumb is so slippery. So.
It's been a lot of Castlevania already, yeah.
Ooh. Ah. Hello. No. Oh.
Oh. Getting close.
Getting really close. So sometimes it's very easy to do it, but if it's not good, then so spend much time. So, so I afraid sometimes. Oh, no. It's almost 1 or 2 pixels, I think. Then the one trouble thing is invisible the edge of the platform. So
Yeah, good point. So just to emphasize how hard this is, the part you have to zip off of is invisible. You've got to start the dive kick at the right position and get the right angle, which is hard to do on the 360 controller. And then there's that 1 to 2 pixel window. There's a lot of elements going on here. If you can get this thing,
Yeah, got
there
it.
it is. Yeah, let's go. Now check this out. You slide out of bounds, slide out of bounds, slide out of bounds, and you're up. That's the whole stage skipped. I'm a big fan of this game. I've played it so many times. Seeing that skip, considering how long and difficult the stage is, I can't help but be a little bit envious. That is such a cool skip. And I guess we'll just defeat Dracula one more time. Richter probably even more broken than Jonathan, so it should be a quick one. Excellent. So yeah, that is probably the biggest zip in the game, or at least one of the top 3. Hope you all enjoyed the showcase. Richter was just so much better on stage 2 that this couldn't be included in the actual routes. But nice to be able to show this off here. Kane, once again, great run.
thank you. Thank you so much. So thanks for watching my trying. The luck is luck. Yeah. So thank you for watching my running. Then thanks to the commentary of Jupiter's.
All right, keep it going in chat for that awesome Harmony of Despair run and that amazing zip glitch. I love it when you can just skip entire stages. No, did you want to fight these guys? No, we're just going to zip out of bounds and up all the way at the end boss. Thank you so much for that awesome run. I had a $25 donation here from Kaylee that I want to make sure I read. First-time viewer, long-time donator. First-time chatter, long-time viewer. No. First game, Aria of Sorrow, longtime fan. It's my favorite Castlevania game, and I can't wait for JupiterClimb to show me how slow I am at the game, actually. In the meantime, chat, can we get a $5 train at 35 minutes? We can smash those incentives. Now, I wanted to read that because Kane was so good, he came in so far under his estimate that we never even got to the 35 minutes. So let's still get that $5 train. Let's smash these upcoming incentives of the Fashion Police Squad Challenge and the Outer Wilds Hot Shots Shipless Showcase. Get that $5 train rolling. We are going to take a quick break. We will be right back with more Games Done Quick.
Okay, back. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2023 online, powered by Twitch. What an awesome game that was that we just saw. We have had so much love come in. I love this $25 donation from Alien Crustacean. They say, I don't know what Fashion Police Squad is about yet, but I'm absolutely sure we need to see the hardest level. And you are right. We do need to see that. We are currently at $2,600 out of $5,000. So make sure you're getting your donations in towards these incentives. Let's extend GDQ as long as we can. And right now, we are going to take it over to Keizaron, interviewing danejerus about Fashion Police Squad.
Hello, AGDQ 2023 online. It's Keizaron here. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the fashion expert himself, danejerus. danejerus, how you doing this morning, my friend?
I'm doing great, Keizaron. How are you?
I'm cold for no particular reason at all. So I love old school looking FPS games, and this is definitely one of them. What is Fashion Police Squad, though?
Fashion Police Squad is a boomer shooter. The boomer shooter market is very saturated right now, but it's a boomer shooter where it's very different from most of them, where instead of killing the enemies, we make them fabulous. So we solve fashion crimes throughout the whole game, and we get a various assortment of weapons in order to do exactly that. So we don't kill anybody, we just solve their fashion crimes.
A peaceful way to handle problems for sure.
Exactly.
Kind of segueing from that, though, we're actually going to swap to a social media question real quick. We have at Super Justin Bros, who's asking, how did you originally discover Fashion Police Squad, and what made you decide to pick it up as a speed game?
Well, I think the first time I ever saw Fashion Police Squad was Draku was playing it on his stream. I think he got a key early from the developers, and he was playing through it. And so I went and got the demo, played through that, and as soon as I played through the demo, I was like, this is a day one buy for me, absolutely. I was like, there's no way I'm not getting this day one. And played through it and decided, yeah, I'm definitely going to speedrun this. And it just kind of ran from there. I started speedrunning it.
Now let's just continue with the social media trend here. We have at Bystander Tim asking, what's your favorite fashion crime in the game?
It's a good question. I would have to say probably the tight suits. There's an enemy in the game. It's like supposed to be like a young 20s guy who's trying to get a job, and his suit is way too tight. And so his main attack is he like zips around and he drops CV bombs. There's a lot of memes in this game, and so the way that you defeat him is you get it's called the tailor-made. It's basically an assault rifle, and you use the alt fire, which is you lob a grenade at the enemy, and the grenade explodes, covers them in a sheet, and then you shoot the pins, which is the primary fire, and you add more material to their suit to make their suit fit properly. It's an enemy you meet very early on. We actually don't meet them in their first meeting cutscene in the speedrun. We skip that part, but you'll see a bunch of them throughout the run. They can be very frustrating to deal with because they have a tremendous amount of proxy damage. But on the bright side, they also will help us do a huge skip that saves I think a minute or so in one of the mid levels.
Now, I was going to ask you about some of the tech in the game and whatnot, but you just talked about some of it, and this is also a pretty good segue for another social media question. By the way, y'all on Twitter are killing it right now. This is from @JustJoker, asking, what is your favorite skip in the game, and what is the worst skip in the game?
Favorite skip in the game would have to be Interstellar skip in level 7. And the worst skip in the game would have to be Interstellar skip in level 7. It is both the best and the worst skip at the same time. It is the best skip because it is it's going to cut 3 minutes out of the it's literally we skip the entire level. We clip out of bounds at the very beginning of the level, and there's a section of the level that's moving, and we jump onto that moving section of the level, and it literally carries us to the end of the level, and we just jump off the part of the level that's moving, and we rush right to the end. But it is also really, really, really hard. And I did this run at Hotfix back in September. I didn't get that skip first try. I'm going to try so hard to get this skip first try because it's going to be so hype if I can pull it off first try.
It's going to be the perfect redemption arc. And you know, what better reason, besides the game, of course, for people to tune in for your run, which is in like an hour and some change at this point in time. Schedules mean absolutely nothing to my mind at this point of year. We are pretty much done here, but I do have one more very important question for you. Once again, a social media question from our good friend, B. Brosif. Thank you for this question. What makes fashion?
Fashion's really just a mindset. You know, it's not something you wear. It's something you are. I don't know what fashion is. Fashion's just clothing and hair and makeup. I don't know what fashion is. Somehow it doesn't surprise me that Brosif would ask a question like that, though. That sounds very much up her alley.
It's a very Brosif question for sure. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to sit through this interview. Good luck on your run. You're absolutely going to do amazing. Everyone, stay tuned. We have so many runs planned ahead. We got Castlevania Aria of Sorrow coming up next. So keep your butts in your seats, or go get some water if you need to, and we'll see you all later.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2023, powered by fashion, powered by beautiful flowing hair. Just what an interview. I mean, that's an interview for the ages, right? If you're trying to think of a donation comment, I would really love to see who we thought had the better hair between danejerus and Keizaron. I was not ready for that. They told me they had fans going, and I am so glad they did. We have a lot of love still coming in at all times because you are the best chat in the history of all chats. We've got $50 from Jade Anhinga. They say, let's get hype for more Castlevania. Alucard is never in trouble with the fashion police. That's true. Alucard will look fantastic with a fan, having his hair nice and flowing. We also did get a couple tickets bought to that $5 donation train that had to go back in time. We have this $5 donation from Kaylor that says, Kane was so fast, this dono train has to travel through time. Choo-choo. And then we had another $5 donation from Fangs V that says, choo-choo. Thank you so much for getting that train rolling. I just love when people are trying to get hyped up and then the runs are going too fast. You love to see it. We love to blow these games.